We open in on the destroyed town. The town sign is lodged into the ground with branches growing out of it, reading St. Hartford. A wizard walks the empty streets, taking note of the destruction. Beside him is a giant spider, with a human head sporting a twirly mustache. Through the twisted buildings and warped dead beasts around them, they come across a mangled, unrecognizable corpse. The wizard sighs and says, "Well, here he is. We need to get him to our guy," as he points to the band-aid on his forehead. "Right away, sir." The giant spider picks up what's left and puts it on his back. "We're going to need him. The most evil wizard of all time has a party to plan." So, Will.
Yes.
You know what we haven't done in a while?
No.
And now is the perfect time, since Brian's not here, I say sarcastically, is introduce ourselves.
Oh, yes. Oh, shoot, I should have thought of something for this. I forgot that we did this.
I am Justin, the DM, and the creator of Dungeons & Dragons.
Wow. Well, I am William, the player, and I know the way.
Anyway, Will knows it.
But we'll get on to that subject another time. Today, we're playing some D&D.
Yes, the thing that I have created. Along, if you're a true 20 effect head, with the Bible.
We'll leave behind the books that I made, unnamed, for today. But maybe we'll talk about them some other day.
It sounds like a late night DJ.
Oh, what level should I be?
Oh, what level are you currently?
4.
Bump that up, sucker, to 5.
Oh no, oh boy, I need to actually do some editing. Oh, Justin.
What? Huh?
It's been so long, I keep forgetting. Paint me a mental picture, if you would.
Oh, yeah. In this paper wizard's cabin, while relaxing, you found yourself asleep. And in your sleep, you dream, as Warforged might not be able to do, but you're a special little Warforged. And you find yourself in a familiar place. And this place might seem like home because of how often you find yourself dreaming about this place. If it weren't for the intense heat and the ever-looming demon that has been threatening your very being for centuries. It's getting closer and closer until you're jolted awake by the sound of knocking at the door.
Come in. The fire's very nice.
Just more knocking.
Alright, I'll be right there. I stand up and I go over to the door to answer it.
Okay. You open the door.
It open.
Yes, you open the door and you see a well-dressed fella. Got a little bit of a belly. Next to him is like a bodyguard type of guy. And he's holding like a long document. And he has these little glasses that are like down on the bridge of his nose. He looks at you and he goes, "Yes, Faultier?
Yes.
Is that you? Faultier?
Who wants to know?
The place you got your loan from, the bank, to buy this property?"
Mm-hmm. Let me guess, Faultier's behind on his loans again?
Yes, it seems like he is. So, about that, you intend to pay this, yes?
No, because I'm not Faultier.
Okay, well, is Faultier here?
Yes, he's in the attic.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, you didn't just leave his body sprawled out, did you?
I think I did something with it. Did I lean it in a chair or something? I forget.
Did you? I think you might. I think you put him in the smaller, less ornate chair. I don't remember. I'll remember when I.
Did I bring him down and set him in the chair next to me?
You might have. I don't remember.
I took a rest with Faultier? Oh, that's bad. Oh no.
So what's the answer?
Oh yes, he should be back soon. He's not here right now.
Alright, we can wait.
Okay, well, I'll let you guys do your waiting, and I'll see you later.
But just so you know, after a certain amount of time of waiting, we're going to have to get the nearby city's guards here to start liquidating the property, just so
Oh,
you're aware.
no,
You can tell fault here.
I don't care if you liquidate this place. Go right ahead.
Oh, can we get started then?
I mean, call the guards over. Yeah, sure. How long will it take for them to get here?
From the nearby town of East Hartford. It's very close by. Maybe
Wait,
15 minutes.
East Hartford's recovered? That place went to hell last
Wait.
time I saw it.
Huh?
East Hartford? That place has recovered? Didn't that place just fall to shambles recently? I was there. Spiders were everywhere.
But he makes eye contact with his bodyguard and he shrugs. And he goes, "We'll just sort this out with the local guards. So if you don't mind, can you make yourself scarce while we liquidate this place?"
Sure, I mean, knock your little heart out. I leave with a brisk walk.
Okay. They go toward, like, you look behind you, and they're heading towards, like, you can see this crack in the sky and the rays of glitched energy coming down upon it, and they're kind of looking at you like you're crazy, and you can see him make the loony hand gesture to his bodyguard as they're walking away towards the city.
Okay, I'll ignore it. This time.
So you're just walking in a general direction.
Yep, general direction. I don't know where to go. I think.
Back towards the main road.
Yeah, I'd say back to the main road. Nah, I feel like just climbing over bushes and branches. Yeah, let's go to the main road. Let's see if anything's over there. Anything to give my life purpose or direction.
So you make it there, and in the distance you could see a teenage boy kind of like jogging down the main road towards East Hartford in your general direction.
All right.
And as he gets closer, it looks like he recognizes you, and then he like picks up the pace and he goes, "Sir, sir," as he's
Yes?
getting closer to you.
Are you
And,
alright, young boy?
And in his hands is a package. It's all wrapped up. And he slows and he stops and he's catching his breath and he looks like really roughed up. He's wearing like a courier hat.
What is in the package?
I don't know, but you're Cram Berry, right?
Yes. Who wants to know?
I don't know, sir. Just this is for you.
Well, I appreciate your dedication, boy. I cracked the pack.
He holds out a hand.
Oh yeah, I was about to pass him 3 gold.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. He shakes your hand.
I shake his.
He just
Always
runs off.
appreciate the youth.
He runs off as you're saying that. Like perpendicular to the road through the woods.
Hopefully he is smart and invests it.
So
Alright.
this package is like a brown paper wrapped package on the outside, no labeling or anything.
I open it.
Okay. And inside of this package is a colorfully, like, pink with yellow polka dots box.
Ooh, someone has style.
It's like a 1.5 by 1.5 by 1.5 type deal.
Let's find out what's inside the box. I creak the lid open.
So, as you start to creak the lid open, you hear the voice go, "Hey, hey, hey! That's my skin. That's my mouth. Don't touch it.
Whoa!
Why don't you just ask?" And you see little bitty sharp teeth, a little tongue in there.
I drop the box and I back away like 10 feet. Like,
Ow,
ah!
ow, ow!
Ah!
What the hell, man?
I hide in a bush.
Hey, it's okay. I can't. I'm like one of the weakest mimics there is, which is why I'm pink and I have yellow polka dots. I know what I look like.
Yeah, you look fabulous, but That's the problem. No one would expect a fabulous box to be a mimic. It's always treasure chests.
I mean, look at these teeth. The only thing I eat is squirrel familiars. Little familiars.
I could have lost a thumb. I never know.
Well, I'm just here to give you some information and lead you to the right path, which is
He sighs.
Flip Summer Bash.
But, Flip's dead.
No, he's
All
not.
right.
He's not dead.
What do you mean? I dunked him in his cauldron. He became half a spider.
I told you at the beginning of the second episode that he got away.
Oh. Oh no. I really maimed him, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Oh no. I love it. Okay. Oh, well, okay. Well, I guess I should pay him a visit, because he is the world's most evil wizard.
Yeah,
Who
about
else is
that.
going to stop him?
About
Yes?
that. This party is to make up for being an evil wizard. He wants to apologize for destroying the city and shattering the sky. You know, he's real sorry about that.
Well, being alive for so many years, you kind of start to become very paranoid of other people's intentions. Wouldn't it be an even more evil thing to say that you're being forgiven and then turn at the last minute on the one person who's betrayed that turned you half spider?
I think almost dying really changed him.
Did he create you?
No.
Okay.
Although he did tell me that he knows that you hate mimics. So he sent it and he said it's gonna be really funny and tell me what his face looks like. So he's still a jokester, but you know, he's trying to be good.
Well, I'll be the judge of that. Wait, what did I use? Oh yeah, polearm. So will my polearm.
Is that a mimic too? Wait, that would make sense. Why'd you carry... never mind, let's go. Just pick me up. You could put me on your back or
Plot
something.
twist, like 15 episodes later, my polearm talks to me, and I just die of fright. Alright. I take him. I don't have... Velcro doesn't exist, which makes me sad.
You can invent it.
Right now, I'm going to roll to invent Velcro. I got 5.
Alright. You make 2 of the curly parts, and it just doesn't make sense.
It just
In theory, it
doesn't.
should work.
It should. I don't know why it's not. Alright, I just tie some rope around him,
Okay.
and I attach him to the side of my hip.
Alright. And
It's
you
a little
start...
bumpy ride, but
Yeah.
it works.
You start walking down the main road, and he goes,
I'm Biscuit, by the way. Biscuit the Mimic.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Alright, continue. I continue down the walk, kicking a stone. Let's see, do I have anything fun I can play around with in the meantime?
I mean, you talk to Biscuit.
Yeah, sure. I'll have idle conversation with Biscuit,
He says,
asking about his family.
well, first of all, he says,
Yeah, it's gonna take 8 hours, so, you know, maybe we should make some games, like that little I Spy. Of course, everything that I would say I Spy to would be all behind you, so you just always have to be looking over your shoulder and stuff.
Oh, I have an idea. Let's play What's in the Box. I pop an inkwell inside of his mouth. Guess what's inside your box?
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the cap. Shit.
he spits it out.
I pick it up and put it in my pocket, and I cap it. I find the cap.
Are you still asking about his
Oh,
family?
yeah. So, do mimics have families? Do you come from a line of other boxes?
I don't know if I want to, improvise. I don't know anything about how mimics are made. And, just go against... I mean, I invented D&D.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, from my understanding, the FedEx make mimics.
The what? Oh,
The
FedEx.
FedEx makes mimics. Them on all their boxes.
So what happens is when a daddy box and a mommy box love each other very much, The daddy box collapses, like you cut the tape off of all four corners. You put it inside the mommy box. And then two little tiny boxes come out. And that's two mimics.
So, I don't think I like the idea. It sounds like it's very painful.
Yeah, I accept that one day I will have to eat my daddy box husband.
Wait, you have to eat... You actually eat them?
Yeah.
Oh my. So
All
you're a
mim-
female.
Yes, all
You're
mimics.
a ladybox.
Yes, I am.
So, how about that weather and cracking of the sky?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah?
Dot dot dot.
Um,
It's real. It's real weird how in this universe all mimics start out as boxes.
so are you saying later on you'll become a larger mimic?
Yeah, later on when you're in puberty, you can choose what form you want to take, I suppose. But you know,
Got any juicy new ideas? You going to go with the standard treasure chest? I heard that one's pretty freaking popular.
I couldn't get big. I was like the runt of a litter, and so if I was a really tiny treasure box, who's gonna want to open that? You know?
I mean, yeah, but you could be like a display case for like a museum. Like, you know, those are pretty small and yet also have valuable things. There's also, you could pretend to be, can you be like a bag of holding? Because those are always in search. That's small, pretty good container. People would always pick it up.
Well, you know what? Hindsight 2020, right?
Oh, you already chose?
Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
Maybe one
You
day
know what?
I'll be able to get into adulthood, like elderly,
Okay.
and change again.
To be honest, I tried to open you up. I don't. That's a pretty good sign.
Yeah,
And I predicted the last mimic that I handled.
that is very true. You're
So
really
you know
making
what?
me feel beautiful in my own skin.
The best defense is the unthought of defense. I think. I'm going with it.
That's very good.
Eight hours later.
We ended on that note and felt very good about ourselves. I made
Yeah.
a mimic feel happy, fucking mimics, and the mimic feels very content with his choices.
Maybe assuage some of your fear.
Maybe. I still despise them.
Yeah. Until you get to a fork in the road.
I
And she
step on a
says,
fork. I say ouch.
very good.
Very, very good.
And then it disintegrates. And there's no more fork, because I did not say so.
It crunches under the weight of my 400-pound body.
It's just dust.
Yeah.
It's just
Wow.
Thanos snapped dust. So there is two options to go towards. And the one on the left is like a not as sparsely populated by trees kind of way. It's more open, trees here and there. But in the distance, you could see like a bonfire. It's pretty late at night, so you could see it pretty clearly. And towards the right, it looks like it gets a little swampy.
I hate the swamps. Movement speed penalties. Constitution saving throws for poison. God knows what type of frogs and indigenous life forms are there. But a campfire sounds like bandits. I'll take bandits any day. To the left.
Biscuit says, I really don't remember, because I couldn't see which way the messenger went. All I know is that he was running really fast and screaming, panting, some snarls. So it could be really either way.
I feel like he wouldn't be able to run through a swamp, because swamps are more like you would hear the slushing of the mud.
I'm assuming you say that as you continued forth.
Yes.
Okay.
So I go left. The one that's not swamp.
So as you get closer and closer, you see in the distance it is a bonfire, but roll perception to see the deets.
Ooh, that's a 19 base.
Nice.
Plus yeah, very nice. 24 total.
You see a bunch of tough looking dudes. Total, there are 5 of them.
Oof, that's a lot.
And they are all different races. Like you see an orc, a dragonborn, a human, an elf, and a goblin. Just multi-ethnic toughs. And then you see... Actually, yeah, 19. You see... in the... Wait, was it base 19 or did you get a 20-something?
24.
Oh, there you go. Not that it matters, because 19 is still really high. You see, in the bonfire, resting at the bottom of it, is a bunch of skulls.
They just cooking up some skulls? Like animal skulls, or...
Oh, yeah, sorry. Like humanoid skulls.
Oh, that's a big old difference. Well, good news for me, I don't have a skull. I'm just a robot.
So you're gonna prance on through? Say, how do you do?
I'm going to be the charismatic character that I am. It's like, hello, friendly adventurers. Mind if I take a gander at the fire? And I toss the goblin a single gold coin for the trouble.
Alright, it plops off his chest and they look at you kind of like, what the hell? Like an angry confusion.
I pop a squat, and I pull out a hunk of meat, and I stick it on the end of a large stick. Actually, I stick it on the end of my pole arm,
Okay.
and I start roasting it over the fire.
They're in kind of like a stunned silence, and everyone's like,
You guys want some? There's plenty to go around.
everyone's kind of getting up and like sort of surrounding you, and the orc gets in front of you. He's letting you roast your meat. He understands a good meat roast.
Yeah.
And he says, "What are you doing here?"
I'm just passing my way to eat a questionable wizard who says he's good, but he says he's also evil. Well, last time I saw him, he was evil. So I'm there to commend him or beat him. One of the two.
Well, there's a toll for crossing this road.
Well, there's 1 gold right there. And I'm just, saying how do you do.
What do you got?
1 gold and a piece of meat.
Mind if we take a look?
You can look inside my box here of any of my stuff. I hold up the purple box, the polka dotted box,
Okay, the orc begins to take it, and then
and I whisper to it, "Give him a nibble."
okay. I heard you pick up your d20.
Oh yeah.
So he reaches over, and you're holding it outstretched, and he's slowly reaching it over. You see a bead of sweat go down Biscuit's box, and as soon as he makes contact with the box opens and snaps shut really quickly.
At that moment, I want to swing the piece of meat on my polearm around and hit him in the shin to knock him into the fire.
Okay.
Does a 18 work?
That does work. And I rolled a dex save to see if he keeps his footing. And he falls backwards into the fire and he starts screaming.
Yay!
Everyone takes out their respective weapons. And I guess we're in bullet time now. As
Alright.
you see that he had a crossbow on him, and that also fell into the fire with him. It was like strapped to his back.
Nice. Got him.
But you look to your right, there's an arrow being shot towards you. And you look to your left and your right, and there's a club and a sword coming down at you. So here we go. I'm rolling for all of them. Oh wait, there's one more. A dagger. Behind
From
you.
the goblin?
Behind you could hear a shink of a dagger.
Okay.
All right. Here's the crossbow bolt. It's a base 19. Probably gonna
Ooh,
hit.
that's a hit.
Here's the club. You hear a flunk as it hits the dagger guy behind you.
Oh no.
And the sword's
start.
coming down. And that is a 2. And he just lodges it in the ground in front of you.
Very nice.
So, you did get a crossbow bolt to the hull. And that is
just a
9
boat now.
damage.
Oh, ouch. Oh, these guys hit hard. Okay. Don't like that. All right.
I think that he knocked, like you see a goblin, blood coming down his head. He knocked that goblin out cold.
Oh, wow.
3 left.
Goblin's down. All right, that's good news for me. So, I'm going, as a free action, along with my attacks, I'm going to pick the little chest dude off the guy's hand, so then chest dude doesn't get burned.
I mean, hang on. He bit his thumbs clean off, and he dropped him on the ground.
Whoa.
You wouldn't be able to hold him. But he is very dangerously close to the fire, so yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I know when you make an attack action, you can, like, flip a switch, pick a bottle up, or flip it, like, do small, like, flicker the wrist type of actions as, like, a free action in tandem with, like, making an attack.
Alright, so you pick him up, you put him in your side harness.
Yep. Strap him back on, and with my now newly acquired abilities being level 5, I make 2 attacks. So how's the guy in the fireplace doing?
He is kind of like crawling away.
Alright, so the guy with the crossbow, I'm going to smack him, or attempt to. Does an 11 hit?
I don't think so. These guys would be armored up.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
There we go. 12 damage,
Alright.
right? 11 damage.
You uppercut him with the pole arm, and he goes flying backwards, and he lands on his back.
Nice. And with my bonus action, I'm going to pommel strike by just printing down on the orc and pressing him further in the fire with the side that has the meat on it.
Okay.
18.
Well, you have advantage. He's crawling.
Oh, yeah, let's see. Oh, 20 something. I think I hit.
Yeah.
And 6 damage.
Okay. You just knock him out as you hit him to the fire, and he's just sleeping. He's sleeping while being
Sleeping on
roasted.
the fire.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's bad. Oh, no. Now that's a piece of meat on the flame.
You hear one of the people behind you stomach growl. The remaining 2.
Ooh. Well, I'll walk away and leave you with your newfound meal if you want, or I could add you to the pile. Your choice.
Ooh, that is a good point. You know what? Roll persuasion.
Nat 20.
Oh boy.
I just nat 20 it.
I'm not even gonna roll for the second guy.
Oh. Ooh. What's my charisma? Oh, +6. Wow. I got a little charisma to me. I got a little bit of a silver tongue. 12.
Yep. Well, the first guy, he rolled a 19, if you can believe that.
Wow.
So you beat him by 1, technically.
But still super beat him.
Yeah. And the second guy got a 6. So they both just sprint over to the orc and just take out their handy forks and just start going at him. It's kind of sickening, honestly.
I take the piece off the end of my polearm and I throw it to them. Like, there, on the house.
Question. Did you straight up kill the people who you did polearm?
No. I'm not an aggressive person. I'll knock him out.
Yeah. Okay.
The orc was an unfortunate event.
You hear them go, "Thank you, see you later."
I go over to the other guy knocked out and I loot his body. I was like, I'll
Okay.
loot it. I'm taking what he has, but here, have an extra slab of meat. The one I was cooking at the end of the polearm.
Yeah. All right. Roll investigation.
That. Oof. 5?
5.
Oh, wait. No, that's intelligence. No, that's a -1 to my 2. So a 1.
You got a non-nat 1.
A non-natural 1.
You like his jean jacket, but it's a little small.
You gave me a jean jacket. I'm getting a jean jacket.
You need to take it to a tailor. Like, if you put it on, you will break the sleeves off.
Like the back will rip like the Hulk.
Yeah.
If I like stretch forwards, it would just rip.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love it. Okay. I'm good. I'm ready. I take my leave.
You continue forth.
I feel like I dealt with that pretty properly.
And,
and I take my coin back.
Okay.
That's my coin.
It is about like 2... No, I want to say like... Maybe like 2 a.m., yeah. And you're...
You know what's funny?
What?
I don't suffer from exhaustion.
I mean, I believe it. Yeah, you're a robot.
Yeah. Robots. Awesome.
And you keep going for another 8 hours or so until you find yourself near a large body of water. And you hear Biscuit say,
Oh, I was sleeping. Eating that guy's thumbs made me sleepy. A lot of carbs.
Oh, I don't blame you. Wait, meat doesn't have carbs.
Listen, I'm not a health nutrition. I get sleepy, okay?
I don't blame you. Oh, you got the meat sleeps.
The meat sleeps. Yeah.
Meat sleeps, totally. Now, we're faced with a body of water here. You got any knowledge about the carrier swimming or anything, taking a boat?
Well, I mean, no. If I close my mouth, I could float, but if you just follow the shore, you might eventually get to it. This is just a large lake. A great lake, if you will.
Question, would it be faster for us to go through it or around it?
If you had some sort of propeller or anything like that, you might be able to get across really quickly. So, but otherwise, it's time for a beach walk, my man.
That's a great idea. I go and into my backpack and pull out some rope, and I tie it around the little box, little biscuit, and I just start walking into the water.
okay.
I'm walking straight through the river, and I'm going to have him float on top and act like he's a little party balloon, and I'm going to hold onto my rope.
Okay.
Because I don't need to breathe, because I'm a robot.
That's true.
I'm
So
just
you
going to walk along the bottom of the ocean,
All right.
of the river, lake.
From underwater, you can see the sun's rising, and it's kind of nice from a distorted view.
Oh, it's really beautiful. When I'm
watch-
scuba diving, it looks awesome.
Yeah, you watch the sun rise through the shattered sky as you walk along the bottom of this lake, some fishies floating by. In the distance, you quicken your pace as you see a monster floating, maybe eating a rather large fish, but he doesn't notice you.
Oh, I forgot how I just like going underwater. Because big fishes exist.
And eventually, as the crow flies, you make it through this lake a good hour or so later.
Do I find any awesome shells that I can collect?
You know you have to roll. Did you pick
Oh
up
my
your
god,
D20?
Justin, I'm not even going to joke on. I'm not joking about this, but it's another nat 20.
You find a glittery shell, and there's a hermit crab in it.
I look at it, it's like, hi, Hermie the Hermit Crab. No, wait. I'm going to name you Leonardo da Vinci.
That's pretty
I'm adding it
good.
to my characters list.
And you know what? You sense a little magic coming off of it.
I'm going to take a little container out from my pocket, fill it up with some seawater, pop Leonardo da Vinci in there. Wait, is he like full underwater crab, or is he like kind of surface underwater crab? Because I found him deep underwater, so
It's part of the magic.
Ooh, I pop him in my little jar of water, and I fasten him to my side.
Cool. And you make it towards the shore. You emerge like Jason Voorhees, a little seaweed on you. And you see this huge beachfront property. There's a tall staircase leading up this cliffside, and this cliffside's about like 80 feet tall. And on that, you see this beachfront property, and you hear Biscuit say,
It was very nice, this excursion, watching the sunrise and all that. But yeah, this is it. Our journey has come to an end.
What, are you going to leave now, Biscuit?
No, I'm gonna party. I'm just saying, it was nice.
I'm glad. I hope you found a little confidence of biting someone's thumbs off, doing what mimics do best.
Yeah,
Despite You having doubts about your chosen form.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready to party, if you are.
All right, Baskin, let us have a time and a half. Start heading up these stairs.
You make it up. You run up these stairs, ready to party. You find yourself on this cliff's edge, looking at a big crowd of people. Some spreads out on this sprawling table. Crackers and sliders and finger sandwiches, stuff like that. A bunch of hors d'oeuvres.
Awesome.
An open bar. A DJ.
Wow.
But you hear a familiar voice say, "You!"
I turn around.
Well, you turn around, you look at the cliffside
Oh,
beach.
wait. I look over. I turn over to where the voice was.
You do a 360, and parting through the crowd.
And then finger guns. 360 and finger guns.
Parting through the crowd is an old man. You squint your eyes trying to remember him, and you realize that it's the old man from the magic shop. And he's pointing at you, and he looks so angry. He's holding a martini in one hand. He's getting closer and closer, and his frown turns to a smile, and he goes, "I'm just kidding. Come here." And he puts his arm around you, and he says, "This guy." And the crowd's all laughing with him.
What happened? Well, wait, what? You're not mad? I thought you would hate me.
Why would I hate you?
I don't know. You were pretty mad before. I'm very confused here.
Last thing I remember, I did get devoured by a spider, but I'm back, so why does it matter? I'm here. And you know what? I love life. And you're part of life, and we're partying.
I bet you do, and yes, we are. This is bad. This is really bad.
Who are you saying that to?
No, I'm just kind of like whispering that to myself, like, oh no.
And he slaps you on your metal back, and he says, "Enjoy the party." And
Oh, I will. I certainly will. With this clenched grin on my face of clear uncertainty.
makes his way into the crowd.
Do you know where Flippington might be?
Are you saying that aloud? Because he left.
Oh, yeah. Where is Flippington?
You say to a random guy.
Yeah. I pull him to the side. Give me a description of this individual.
He looks like... I'm trying to think of like an actor or something. Like a plain actor.
Steve Buscemi.
No. He does not look like Steve Buscemi. He looks like Steve Buscemi's handsome brother.
Whoa, are you saying Steve Buscemi isn't handsome?
He's ruggedly handsome. This guy's classically handsome. He has hair slicked back.
Wow.
His name is Sean Buscemi.
Wow. Now that's a name and a half.
I mean, you don't know this. Actually, he's wearing a "My name is Sean Buscemi" sticker.
All right. So, Sean Buscemi, I presume.
Yeah, how'd you know?
The shirt says it all.
All right, cool.
Now-
And that's why I got it.
My question for you is, where is Flippington, if you know?
That's what we're all waiting for. All the guests to arrive, and then he's gonna come. So, what brings you here? What's going on? Hey.
He sent me a personal invitation. You could say, we know each other somewhat well. It's just been a while. We have some catching up to do.
Yeah, I know him well too. He killed my parents and then trapped me in an illusion of them killing them over and over, and then he made my brother famous and not me. That was the worst part of it.
Wow, that's a thing, and you don't. Are you mad at him? Do you hate him for it?
Well, I did, but now he's this party, and he says he's gonna be good, so I'm willing to forgive him. I don't know. Sean Buscemi does not hold grudges, is what I'm saying.
Are you not skeptical though? Little skepticism.
A little, but these hors d'oeuvres, though.
I'm a robot. I can't taste those.
I mean, you could stuff them in your mouth and act like you taste them. All right, well, nice meeting you. Bye.
Nice meeting you too, John Buscemi, I think. All right, I'm going to just kind of explore the mansion a little bit, actually.
Okay.
I'll look around, look in some of these rooms.
You walk up onto the patio, and to the right is the garden. And something catches your eye that does not look like it belongs in a garden, which is a huge rock. And it looks like he fucked up the garden.
Is that who I think it is? Hold on. I can't remember this. Okay. Guru, is that you? Guru?
Hey, I told you I'd make it out.
Guru! Good to see you.
Listen, kind of got carried away here. I really like flowers. And please don't tell Flip. I'm just hanging out.
It's
Hoping
okay.
he doesn't get mad.
Don't worry. You deserve to see them. Yeah, you might have got a little too close to them, but it's okay.
It's the only way I could really feel them. Yeah.
Well, you want feel them all you want. I don't think he's going to mind. He's a good wizard now, apparently. I'm still skeptical, but still, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, I could see how it's hard to believe. One day he ran up to me and just started calling me Boulder over and over again until I cried.
Wow. That's rough.
Yeah. I never forgot it.
I mean, let's see. If worse comes to worse, don't worry, I'm here. I beat him once. I'm sure I can do it again.
I mean, I'm willing to forgive him if he asks for it, but I just want closure.
And I'm sure you'll get some form of closure today.
Listen, when you get the chance, can you just like slam a slider just directly on my boulder body? I want to try one.
I'll be right back. I go over and I grab a slider and a full cup of wine. And I just slam it against him, and then I just pour the wine down on him.
That's good. That's good stuff. I'm getting turned, man.
Guru. Who knows? You might be able to start moving when people are watching you.
Maybe one day. You know how it is.
Yeah, I don't, but I get you. I'll say yes. So I walk away. Take care, Guru. And I continue adventuring through the house.
All right, so you get up on that patio, you walk through the front door, and in it immediately is there's some people in there, but you could the most like eye-catching thing is the giant spider in the lobby talking to a few guests with a human head. It has like a slick back gray hair and a twirly mustache. And he's telling an anecdote about Flip currently to a few people.
Ah, you'd probably know where Flip is, right?
Excuse me. I am telling a story to these people here, if you don't mind.
I'm terribly sorry. That stories are very important. Continue. You don't mind if I listen.
It is just fine. So there he is, with the dagger, the sacrificial dagger, just going at this corpse, just keeps going. He's laughing, he's dancing, and then he turns to me and he says, "But what for, Charles?" That brought a tear to my eye. Of course, he kept stabbing and he kept dancing, but just the thought that matters. And people are nodding solemnly. And he turns to you and he goes, "Oh, yes, sir. I believe you must be Cram Berry."
And how does everyone know my name? Is this a
No,
party?
it's just me. I sent out all the invitations. Hello, Biscuit.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Hi, Charles, sorry.
And he
No.
looks a little annoyed.
I'm already annoyed at this Charles. Now, do you happen to know where the man of the house is?
He shall be arriving shortly. If you could just sit tight for a moment. Enjoy some hors d'oeuvres, take a tour of the house or whatever you would like.
Oh, alright, I'll keep touring. Don't mind me. So I take my leave and I explore a little bit more.
So, this house, it is decorated in spider webs and spider knickknacks and spider paraphernalia. So, you're continuing around the house through the living room, the kitchen, the dining room. And you make your way up the stairs where you see that almost no one is there. It seems like a couple people are waiting for the bathroom up there. But otherwise, it's kind of dark, and it seems like this is where the living places are, like the bedrooms and stuff.
Well, I guess there's nothing much for me to do, so I think I just might start waiting for Flip to
Well, you want to roll...
here.
Sorry, do you want to roll like a general perception for walking around the house?
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh my god. Justin, for the rolls that matter, here comes the nat 20 in from left-hand field.
All right. You make it to this secluded hallway where all the doors are shut. You try one of them, it's locked. You try another one, it's locked. And you look at this ornate door with a big, like, really detailed spider carved into it. And you try it, and it's locked, but you put a little weight behind it, and it looks like the door wasn't closed all the way. And it creaks open.
Ooh. Fatal mistake. Take a peek on inside.
It looks like an office with a big oak desk.
Oh, those oak desks. Inherently evil, but so nice. When has a good guy sat behind an oak desk? Let's be honest.
It's a good point. I can't think of one.
Exactly. How many times has a bad guy sit behind an oak desk? Okay, so I'm going to start investigating around and get my snoop on. And I'm going to close the door.
Okay.
Properly.
Leave it locked?
As long as there's a lock that lets me unlock it from my side, yes.
Mm-hmm. There's like a turning latch.
Because I do not need someone walking in on me during this. So I close the door, and I start searching. 5.
Oof.
Yeah, I get -1 to investigation.
So you pretty much ignore everything else but this big desk. And there's one thing that was left directly in the center, which is a notebook. But otherwise, that's the only thing that you can see.
All right.
Of interest.
Time to read his diary. I pop open the notebook, and I start reading through.
It is extremely thin. Most of the papers have been ripped out. And it is a list. Numbered. It's a numbered list. It says number 1, Summer Bash Party Invites. Number 2, Prepare Hammer. Number 3, Prepare Smaller Hammer. Number 4, Grand Entrance. Number 5, Presentation. And then the rest is ripped off the page. And there's like 5 other pages after that are blank.
I look at the trash can, see if he ripped them up and threw them in there.
It's newly emptied.
I took a look out the window. Where's the bigger trash can that gets empty too?
There's a trash can out by the crowd near the curb.
Note to self, go investigate that in a second. I want to pop open the drawers in this desk.
Okay.
See if there's anything inside.
You tug at the drawer and it is locked. But as soon as you hear, like, the ka-chunk of the drawer, you hear the click-click of a lock being opened, and the door creaks open.
I hide. I crumple
sneak.
up. I go into sneak mode. So I have disadvantage on it, but I got a base 12, and so I got 14.
So the door opens. You dive behind the desk, and you hear a voice say, "Excuse me, if there's anyone in here, the grand entrance is happening soon, so leave at your leisure, but please be out in the crowd within 2 minutes." And the door closes again and gets locked.
I want to quickly lockpick this drawer,
Okay.
or attempt to. I do not lockpick this drawer.
All right.
I take like a toothpick and just jam it in there.
And you rip half of it off, and now the toothpick's stuck in the lock mechanism.
Yeah, if anything, I have locked it more. So, so I'm going to run out to the trash can and kind of do a little scrounge and see if the papers are there.
Okay. You quickly run downstairs through the crowd. You see Charles on the patio. You brush by him, and you get over to the trash can. How do you dumpster dive, like just straight in, just dive in, or you?
Yeah, I just plunge right in there.
Okay. You hear people go, ooh, ugh, as you plunge in, you're digging through, and you find a little bag full of crumpled papers.
I start uncrumpling them and looking quickly through them.
A lot of them is that same numbered thing, but in different orders, like presentation, prepare a smaller hammer, and then just scribbles. But roll a quick investigation check to see how far you get before.
Not -1. 10.
You pick up a second one, and you start reading, and you see that it is the second half of the ripped paper that you have. And it looks like a schematic for something really, really big. It looks like, it's not like a highly detailed schematic, but it's a general drawing of like, picture Eiffel Tower type deal. But on the top is like claws, and it's on like a big parade float type deal. And it has like a long antenna on the top. But as you really get into this, you hear a distant dun, 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 and some marching and some drums, like you know the type. And you see coming down the main road is a parade of like a marching band. And behind it is this huge float that is like swiping the branches off of the trees that are flanking the main road. And eventually it comes close enough to where the band kind of like does like a semicircle around the party, and they're really jamming out to it. And the float comes, and it's like a giant float of Flippington, and he's looking all triumphant. And the music crescendos to a point where they're hitting like this high note, and bursting from the float is Flippington, the man himself. And he looks completely normal. He's got some new robes. He's looking really stylish, like he did his hair, he cut his beard. And he's starting to break dance as they play more songs for him, and people are clapping and cheering for him.
Well, I'm going to stay hidden inside the dumpster.
Okay, you're just peeking over.
Yeah. Kind of passively looking at the other notes, seeing if I can get a few more pages down, but keeping a close eye on this procession.
Okay, roll investigation with disadvantage.
On the first roll, Justin,
And that one.
they spontaneously combust.
You find a little doodle that he made of Charles, and it looks really funny. Like he exaggerated a bunch of his features.
That's funny.
And you get really distracted by it.
Oh no.
Which, then the music ends, and you see Flip doing like a really cool pose as you look up. He casts a spell to make his voice louder. Thaumaturgy. And he goes, "How you doing, party peoples?" And everyone's cheering.
I stay quiet.
Okay. The parade float is kind of like slowly moving towards the cliffside. It seems like mechanized almost. It's super, super huge. The float of him kind of reaches like a couple stories high.
Oh my god.
And the party is following this float as he's kind of like hyping everyone up still. Like, when I say, hey, you say ho. He goes, hey.
I dash out of the garbage bin.
Okay.
I run I want to run down the cliffside.
I mean, it would be in front of the float. He would probably see you.
I want to use my rope, tink down an anchor point, and descend down the side. Because if there's anywhere their giant hammer is going to be hidden, it's on the other side of that cliff.
Okay. So you get to the edge of the cliff.
Yeah.
And you rappel down the side a little bit, and you see there's nothing there.
There's nothing there. Then why at the edge of the cliff? Is he trying to pull everyone down? I do not trust him at all in any sense of the imagination. Alright. I'm going to kind of climb back up, but hang on the edge of the cliff to keep an eye out on him.
Okay. When you look down at your side as you're rappelling upwards, I guess, which rappelling is kind of inherently downwards, is it not? I don't know. I don't know. You see that Biscuit is not on your side.
Where's Biscuit?
Seems like at some point in your rush, Biscuit kind of hopped out.
I climb up. I look around for Biscuit.
You do not see Biscuit, but you see the back of this float. And you would hear Flip going like, all right. It's time to get to the meat of this party.
I don't trust it. I don't like that foreshadowing. Or not foreshadowing, but that innuendo. I'm going to sneak. I'm going to attempt to sneak. Ooh, right, disadvantage. Wow, I rolled better. So, non-nat 20 to sneak up behind the float. I got an 18 and a 19.
Okay. Yeah, you're behind the float. And, is that it? It sounded like you were going to say, and I.
Oh yeah, and I want to, look around, see if there's any utensils of mass murder on this float.
You don't have to roll to see.
What?
Yeah, there's nothing underneath.
There's no saw blades underneath the curtains that are going to decapitate everyone when they get launched out.
Nope, just wheels.
Don't trust this at all. He's a wizard. He could teleport anything in.
You hear the sound of many giant spidery footsteps on the float and some work being done on the side that you can't see as Flip talks.
I want to try to follow the sound of that.
You'd have to, make yourself visible around the other side. At least to the crowd. Maybe not Flip.
Maybe they're distracted by Flip enough. I will... You know what? They're here on their own volition. They should be wise enough to not fall for this trick. I'll hold tight.
Okay, you're behind it?
Yeah.
So he continues on. So, I've done a lot of bad things in the past, and, I deeply regret it. East Hartford didn't deserve that. The sky shattering. I didn't mean to do that. I was working for a greater cause, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And he starts sobbing, and the crowd is like, hey man, oh, you're okay? And everybody starts cheering, and he's like, I'm glad that you're all supportive of me. Which brings me to my next point. And you hear a loud crunk as a good portion of the float kind of falls off to the side. And you hear some gasps in front. You can't see what it is from your side because there's still the float in the back. But,
this is where I would want to go around the side to see it.
Are you gonna sneak, or are you just gonna...
Yeah, I'm going to just kind of stay crouched.
Okay. And you see a big spidery leg really near where you peek over, and you see Charles kind of setting up this machinery. And he doesn't see you, to your knowledge, but he is setting up the legs of what looks like an Eiffel Tower type machine. But further up forward is this platform, and next to it is a really, really small version of what Charles seems to be making.
Okay.
So, both machines start humming. The smaller one, kind of more high-pitched, quieter one, but the bigger one, it has a really loud, motory kind of hum. Like a little... And he says... I have a way to make it up to you all. Think of it like an apology gift. This is, right here, a small version of what this is over here. I call it the hammer. What it basically does is allows you to become anything that your mind can wrap around. It harnesses the power of what I was trying to do in the first place and makes you your perfect you. So, I'd like to show you. May I have a volunteer from the crowd? And you hear a familiar voice like, ooh, me. And you see old man push through the crowd and leap onto the stage next to Flip. And he goes, hey, my old magic shop owner. And he shakes his hand. And he looks really happy to be on stage. And he steps onto the platform where Flip leads him. And he switches on the the small hammer, and he says, "All right, what do you want to be?" And Old Man says, "I want to be young and fit again." And he says, "All right, coming up." And he flips it on, and it hums really loud, and it shoots a familiar beam into the air. And it makes a small hole in the sky above you, which causes a beam of glitch energy to come down right onto the platform where he's standing. And he screams as you see like his likeness sort of dissolve. He falls backwards, and you can see he is ripped and a lot younger. His glasses fall off, and he can see quite normally.
Okay. I am waiting. I'm very skeptical about this.
Okay. So he stands up, and he starts flexing, and people are cheering. They love it. And people are starting to line up. And he goes, hang on. I actually have a plan. This bigger one is actually capable of, doing this whole property. Everyone could be what they want to be. And everyone starts cheering. They're like, yeah, I want to be young and beautiful, and I want to be a spider. I want to be a dolphin. And he goes, but there's one single obstacle. And he points in your direction.
Oh no.
The co-owner of the Shattered Sky, he kind of helped me do it. So we can't do it without his permission.
Oh no. I stand up.
Everyone is like, come on, man. Everyone's pleading.
I don't trust you at all, Flip. The most evil wizard would probably set this entire thing up just to change everyone into whatever they wanted. And use one person as an example to persuade the crowd.
Why don't you come up on stage and, we could work this out.
I come up on the stage.
Okay. Everyone's kind of like, everyone's like really cheering for you. Like, yeah, co-owner, woo!
I don't trust the entire nuking of everyone at once. I'm okay with if you do everyone one at a time. But you could, for all I know, you could set that big boy up for anything you wish.
You hear the crowd going, oh, come on, just do it all at the same time, come on. And, a guy is like starting to get up on the stage, like, come on, man, you gotta do it. I want to be the biggest, most beautiful bird. And other people are getting on the stage now, too.
I take my hand, I caress the side of his face, and you can, my friend. It'll only take a little extra time just to ensure the safety of everybody here. Don't be greedy individual, because honestly, I don't trust anyone here.
There's more people getting on the stage now, like, come on, I want to be a little tiny ladybug.
You all
And
can. It just takes a little extra time. Just one person. Here, you're first up. You're first here. Go ahead, use the mini hammer and become whatever you wish. I just don't trust the big one.
The crowd is starting to get up onto the stage and kind of like get on all sides of you as Charles is still putting it together, and you kind of see Flip disappear into the crowd. Well, not disappear. He's not trying to disappear into the crowd. He's standing there staring at you with a I don't know, look on his face. But make a perception check as people are pleading around you.
Oh my God, Justin.
A nat 20.
Yes. Every time it matters, It has come up today.
But something just doesn't leave your mind. You're like, but what of Old Man? And you turn towards him in the crowd, and it's kind of like everything goes quiet as you pinpoint focus on Old Man in the corner. And he's kind of looking at his hands, and you'd see his skin start to bubble, and he's holding his head, and his muscles are sort of expanding, contracting, expanding as he's starting to freak out. And he stands up, and the muscles expand to a point where it looks like he's about to pop, and it stops. And he's drooling, and he looks upwards at you in a frenzy. As everyone you realize now is starting to get a little aggressive. Like the original guy who wants to be a beautiful bird.
I announce,
he grabs you.
I announce to everyone, all right, you may. I agree with this. Does that calm them down?
No, they don't stop. And you can see him start to walk towards you and push people away from you. You hear a voice in the far distance
Cram! Over here!
as you see an open door to the beachfront property, and in it is a small pink package.
Who yelled Graham over here? Was that Flippington?
No, it was Biscuit.
Oh, it's Biscuit. Oh,
A small pink package in the
They kind
doorway.
of sounded familiar. I run over to Biscuit.
All right. Everyone in the crowd is chasing you.
Oh my God.
But most notably, you see crowd members kind of like flying up in the air as a Hulk-like old man is throwing them out of the way to get to you.
Oh my God.
And so you burst through the door of the mansion and slam it shut. And Biscuit is in there, and he's got these little tiny baby legs and little tiny baby arms. And,
I look at him and like, when did you get those?
I've always had them, I just don't like walking.
And
Heavy sigh.
he points to the bookcase next to the door, and he goes,
If you don't mind.
Of course. I give it a good old hefty shove.
slams into the ground in front of the door, just in time for Old Man to try to burst it open, and in front of it is the bookcase, heavy bookcase, and he is like trying to get in to you. And there's a bunch of people at the windows trying to get in to get you.
Wait, am I in like a shed? Wait, where am I?
No, you're in the mansion. You're in the lobby of the mansion.
The lobby of the mansion. So, I'm going to take an assumption you had no idea this was about to happen, did you?
Nope, don't shoot the messenger.
I won't, but I just am looking for someone to drop a big old fat I told you so at.
Me? I had
No.
no idea.
No, I was looking for someone else. I said I was looking for someone. That's why I didn't throw it at you, because I swear there's someone that's deserving of a big old I told you so right about now. I look out where Goru was.
You don't see Goro. You see him just hanging out near the hammer.
No, not Goru. Oh no. Shoot, what do I do now? I'm stuck in a house.
You see, well, you hear a window break over by the kitchen, and you see Sean Buscemi making his way in, his face twisted in anger as he's brushing glass off himself. And Biscuit goes, "Upstairs, carry me.
Oh.
You gotta get to Lookout Tower."
Fine, I pick him up, I put him in the little side pouch, and I run up the stairs.
Okay.
Oh, it didn't stock up on cattle trops or ball bearings. This is sad.
Yeah.
I need those. They're my bread and butter.
So
All right.
you hear people starting to pour into the house as you run up the stairs. You run up a few flights, and you can hear Sean Buscemi right behind you. Come on, Cram, come here. Come on, activate the hammer, come on. He's right behind you.
I will, I call back to him. Sure.
He's grabbing at you. He's almost got your leg.
I'm going, oh, he moved within distance of me?
Yes.
I get a free action. I get to smack him with my pole arm.
Okay.
Hopefully knock him out and trip up the people behind him. And that's an 11 to hit.
11? I mean, he's not wearing armor. He should be pretty squishy. You
right.
smack him right in his beautiful face.
Ooh, I'm sorry. That's 5, 9 in his face.
Okay. He falls backwards down the stairs, and he actually bumps into another lady who's making it up, and he makes a little pile down at the bottom of this flight.
Very
And
nice.
you hear the front door splinter open, and you hear Old Man go, "Rrrr,"
Oh no, no.
and you could hear an even heavier footsteps coming up the stairs. But you make it up to the tower, you close the heavy door behind you, and you look down, and you see a big, huge Eiffel Tower type deal. And here's the picture that I drew. Here we go.
Oh my god, that just looks evil. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. So I'm at the top of a tower?
You're in the beachfront mansion, about 200 feet away, and you could see Flip and Charles just finishing this up. And you see electricity crackling around the top.
So where in the match could you re-establish where I am right now? Because I've kind of lost track of my surroundings, what I'm capable of doing.
You are in this tower. It's kind of like a lookout tower. What was that movie? Hocus Pocus. Just in
Never
time for
seen it.
Halloween, eh?
Oh yeah, right. Never seen it.
In it, he's from California. He moves to a New England town. If you guys have never seen Hocus Pocus, and he has in his room, he has this really cool lookout tower where he climbs a little bit of stairs, and he just sits up there looking mournfully outside because he didn't want to move to this stinking town.
How tall is it?
But this one's kind of like a jacked up version in which you are about 20 feet of tower.
Oh damn it!
You get a nice view of the beachfront property.
It's not 200 feet of tower.
Why?
Is it 200 feet tall?
Well, from the ground, it would be about 100 maybe.
Damn it, not 200, because we're 200 feet away from the tower, right? From
Yeah.
the hammer. Ooh.
Why? Do you have wings or something so you could glide down?
No. I was anticipating a more calculated angle approach of maybe knocking the tower over and riding it down into the compound. But that's besides the point since it's not 200 feet tall, sadly.
But I mean, the roof is pretty close by.
So yeah, I'm going to jump out to the roof
Okay.
because is there anything else inside this tower that I could use? Is it a bell tower? Is there a bell in here? Please. Is there
The
a big
telescope.
bell? I take the telescope.
Okay.
Hell yeah! With the power of a telescope, I'll figure out something to do with it. I take a quick look over and take a peek on Flippington. Still renowned as the most evil wizard in the universe.
He's just really dancing. He's letting Charles do all the work, but he's excited. He's excitedly dancing.
Of course he is. All right, I run onto the roof.
Okay. Make it down.
And is there like a mosh pit of people surrounding this house?
No, they all made it inside. They're slamming at the door.
Oh, they're all inside. All right, time for me to set down a. How high off the ground is the roof?
The roof itself, I'd say you had to do a little climbing to get down the roof. So, on the lowest point, it's a little sloped, maybe 65 feet.
Ooh, okay, yeah, I'm not about to jump that one. I'll start climbing down.
Okay.
I assume acrobatics?
It would be athletics.
Oh, athletics, sure. 13.
13? Yeah, you make it down. A little bit slowly. But you get to the bottom, and all the windows are broken, the door's broken in, and you can see at the bottom of the steps is a man wiping the blood off of his head, getting his faculties back, and he stands up and he notices you, and you notice the "My name is" sticker on his shirt as he starts jogging and then sprinting towards you. Hey!
Oh no, I start running. I start a hefty sprint.
Towards the hammer.
Yeah.
Okay, he's chasing you, but you do make it over to the hammer's stage in which Flip is waiting, and he casts Mirror Image.
Oh, I hate him so much.
Look familiar?
Maybe a little. Sadly, there's no cauldron around for me to dip you in.
Hey, fuck you, pal. I had to pay a guy a lot of money to look this handsome again.
Well, you're going to have to pay a lot more for what I'm about to do to you this time around.
So, you see Charles in the background putting the finishing touches, and he starts to turn around, and both of them are staring at you in battle, and you hear a screaming person in the background running towards you.
I'll deal with the screaming person in a second. I run towards Flip.
Okay.
I'm going to move and attack. 17 base plus 7. I think I hit. 11 damage.
Alright. That duplicate disappears.
I make my second attack against another one. 19 to hit. 8 damage.
Alright. You smack this one, and you see a tooth come out of his mouth. And he goes, you've learned since our first fight, huh?
Yes, and guess what? I have more attacks. Bonus action, I'm hitting him again.
Okay. Really beating the tar out of him.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm done with his shit. I beat him once, and I'll show him what happens if he comes back again. 9 damage.
Okay.
And guess what, Justin?
Action surge.
Action surge away. Here it comes. Alright. 21.
21 to hit.
Yep,
Yes,
I assume it's a hit. 13 damage.
Damn. Laid down a bunch of damage on him already.
And the second one, 18 base. Oh, this one isn't as big of a hit. 7 damage.
You dealt a total of 37 damage.
I'm very, very angry at this man.
Alright, so you do a freaking combo on him.
Polar Master over here just knocking him left and right.
You lost a tooth, you hit him in the gut, he goes, ugh! You smack him in the head, his hair loses its sheen, and Biscuit jumps off your side. She says,
I'll see what I can do on the hammer above.
and
Don't what you can. Bring your safe.
little baby legs scampers towards the hammer, and Charles turns around and says, I knew you'd be trouble. And he shoots a dangle web at you, and you have a enormous AC, which an 18 doesn't hit.
No, it does not. I got +1 proficiency, so it went up by 1.
A huge wad of web goes behind you, and let's see something. Oh wow, no way. And you hear a oof. And you turn around.
No.
I roll in that one,
Oh no.
and it slams into Sean Buscemi.
I tip my hat to him. My imaginary hat. It's like, better luck next time.
But as you turn around, you could see the people start to pour out of the tower. You could see they realize that you aren't
I'm
there.
not there. Oh god.
And you
Well,
hear an anguished, angry scream come from over there. A loud, deep, muscly scream.
oh no. I'm waiting for my turn to come back around.
It is actually now
Flips, right?
Flip's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Which what he does is say, see ya. And you don't see him anymore.
Oh no, invisibility. Do I hate invisibility? I assume his clones are still there, right?
Oh, no. When you found the real one, they disappeared.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And it's your turn.
I'm going to make an attempt to attack him. From what I understand, invisibility means I have disadvantage.
Yes, you do.
And if I hit him, he must make a concentration saving throw. Already not looking too good. Does a 13 hit?
It does not.
Ooh, second attack. Oh, that's looking bad. Oh, it's even worse. Bonus action. 17.
That hits. You finally connect. You're swinging wildly around you until you connect
I
with
do the
something
2
invisible.
swings, but then when I just do a focused pommel of a bat to a direction, it hits him square on the noggin. And I rolled the lowest damage possible. Double ones. So 6 damage.
Damn.
Yeah. But he has to maintain concentration.
Oh. You rolled base 16.
Okay, he probably maintains it. I don't know what the saving throw for maintaining concentration is, but I think he passed it.
And you hear kind of whispers in your general area, and it looks like Charles heard something that made him want to move a little back a little ways, and the stage just explodes in a fireball. And you can see a distance away, still on the platform, but out of reach of this fireball is Flip next to Charles. So yeah, make a dex save.
Ooh, 19 base.
Hey, there it is.
Yeah, I assume that's just a pass.
Yep.
Okay.
Here we go.
Fireball is really bad news bears for me. There goes half my health.
14 damage.
Is that after half?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that would have been 28 damage. Question, did the
Yes.
party count as a short rest? Lol, no, JK.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? It does. The hors d'oeuvres that you had did. You
So
felt
the question-
so rested by those hors d'oeuvres.
I didn't eat any hors d'oeuvres. I don't eat, I'm a warforged.
By the suggestion of hors d'oeuvres.
Okay.
The thought of you putting those down your mechanical gullet made you rested.
The texture of them would have been orgasmic. Alright, so that hurt. That hurt a bit.
What do? They're next to each other, kind of smugly looking at you. You just dived out of the way. There's like a big crater on this stage now, and the small hammer is kind of knocked to the side. But you see Biscuit kind of a little bit ways up the big hammer.
Is the small hammer still functioning?
No, there's like sparks coming off of it. And it's on its side.
Yeah, but if I picked it up and pushed the button, does it do a thing?
I like that idea, so who knows until you try.
I want to run over to the small hammer and pick
Okay.
it up.
You pick it up off the grass.
With my Warforged I am like the brute build, so I can carry twice my normal carrying capacity. Like I'm super
Yeah.
buff, and I aim it at Flip.
He says, it's not like it's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen if you put that on. It doesn't.
I
It
push the
doesn't
button.
work.
I push the button.
A beam comes out. A beam of energy comes out. Roll. Just give me a flat roll. Tell me what you roll.
Solid 18.
Ooh, that's a good roll. So it arcs in like a horizontal motion, and a short beam comes out, but enough to slice directly into Flip and Charles. It cuts a good amount of Charles's legs off, and he falls to the ground. He stumbles off the platform into the grass, and he screams in pain. And you cut Flip directly in half.
Whoa!
And he screams as he falls into a heap on the platform. And he is kind of crawling towards the hammer as his life force leaves him. And he's making his last gasping breath, as you see also Biscuit towards the top.
Huh. Looks like I brought down the hammer.
So what are you doing with that epic remark?
I'm just going to take the tower and literally spear toss it at Charles.
At Charles? Yeah,
At Charles.
he's kind of trying to get back to the big hammer.
And I just use the rest of my movement, however much I have left, to get close to the hammer.
Okay. Wait, you're spearing him with
Yeah.
the now spent little hammer?
Yeah.
Okay. You get him,
let
and
me-
you got some spider juice coming out of his mouth.
I just gave it a little roll for accuracy. It was base 17, so I'm pretty sure I'm pretty good. Yes.
Okay. You would have had advantage anyway.
Oh, wow. So I move as close as I can, but that's it.
So, you're getting over to Flip, who is now drawing his last breaths, and you hear a loud hum and a click, a lever flip, and electricity crackles at the top of the large hammer, and it shoots a huge beam into the sky. And you look up confusingly at Biscuit, and Biscuit shrugs and says,
I'm sorry, I don't accept being so small.
and it hits the sky and sends ripples outwards as a large beam of glitched light hits the beachfront property. And you look at everything around you starting to twist and warp, and you see Flip start to fall backwards as if gravity has switched for him. Then you see Charles sink into the grass, as does the small hammer. And the big hammer kind of warps and spins, and everything around you is just collapsing into nothing. You open your eyes, and you are surrounded by intense heat. And you look up and you see this nameless demon who you've seen countless times. You look down at your hands and you could see you're still grasping on a wire that was attached to the small hammer which you used to kind of ignite it. You put two wires together. And you look up at this demon confusedly, and he says to you,
"Well, Cram, you've done it again. You've died."
And you look down and you see the mortal world below you. But it looks a little different. You see a blue dot becoming ever bigger as you could see the hammer's energy getting closer and closer. And the demon leans forward and he says,
"Was it worth it?"
Yes.
Well, let me just pluck everything you've got here so you could start anew.
And you can see the beams getting closer and closer.
I reach towards all my memories, and I yank them from my armor, and I plink them into his hand. I guess I won't be missing some of these after all.
Very, very good.
And he laughs. And he leans forward to put you in this familiar slumber that you've done so many times before. And he is starting to put his hand over you, and he's getting closer and closer. His head's getting closer, and the beam finally hits this realm, and it goes up, and it smashes through his head, and there's blood covering you, and he drops all the trinkets onto the demon floor next to you, and he just collapses onto the ground, and you start falling, along with all the trinkets, through the air, through this dark void, until you feel something solid on your back. You hit solid ground, and you open your eyes. You see the familiar cliff. You see the tattered remains of this float that looks like it's been sitting there for a really, really long time. Nature has begun to reclaim it. You see the wrecked beachfront property, vines kind of, growing around it. And you look towards the water, which is receded, and you look up towards the sky, and there's just ashes falling. And you start scooping up all your trinkets that you gathered, and you remember everything. And you start putting them back on. You still have this wire in your hand. And then in the distance, you see a blue light shine brightly, and you hear a pleasant tone. From an outside perspective, one might think that a bomb went off at the Flippington Beach House Manor. A blinding light, followed by a concussive blast. The shockwave rumbles along the coast, subjecting every living thing caught in it to the glitched energy of the shattered sky. Transporting, transforming, and disforming, Flip's evil plan that has come to fruition shows no mercy. Only moments later, but miles and miles and miles away, a warlock is unconscious, betrayed by an assassin who he has probably fallen for, while his barbarian friend exchanges blows with the very same woman who was actively trying to kill him and his friend. The shockwave blows over this scene, shifting their forms, each of them swirling together, and ultimately disappearing like smoke into the rainy sky.